almost fell for an Instagram scam, and I am so creeped out by what happened that I have to come here and tell you all about it so you don't get scammed, and also just as a reminder to us all that things are getting really weird and really wild on the internet, and AI is causing a lot of chaos already and is about to cause even more. And it's so important that we stay in contact with each other, with our people, with our friends, with our families, that we communicate, that we share when something like this happens so other people can be aware of what's going on, and maybe we can develop some human strategies for fighting back against these strange machines that seem to be coming for every facet of our lives, especially us creative folks. We're really feeling this already, and I think we are just at the very beginning of what is about to happen, this huge transformation in life as we know it. I never could have imagined anything that is going on right now on the internet. I am blown away by it, and not in a fun way. I'm here because I love people, and I'm rooting for us. I'm rooting for us to stay in our hearts, to stay connected, and to lead with soul. So here's what happened. It happened yesterday. I was having a crummy day. I was very tired at the end of the day, and I was looking at Instagram, and an ad came up from Goop. I follow Goop. I follow Gwyneth Paltrow. Y'all can judge me for that. I know a lot of people don't like Gwyneth Paltrow, but I do. I just can't afford to shop at Goop. And this ad popped up where Gwyneth Paltrow herself in a video was just sitting there very casually in a sweatshirt and saying that Goop was going to be giving away 200 of these Goop beauty boxes that were filled with Goop products that were worth $500 total. And if you wanted to grab one of the boxes, all you had to do was pay $10 in shipping and handling. And I was like, you know, I'm a single mom. I'm tired. I can't afford to buy Goop products. This sounds pretty awesome. I'm going to do it. I'm going to spend the $10. So I clicked on the link, and it took me to a website that was just asking like demographic questions to see if you like qualified for the box. And I was like, that's weird. Would Goop do that? And then I looked at the URL, and it was not a Goop URL. And so I went back to Instagram, and I could see in the comments that there were people in the comments saying, this is a scam. Don't click on it. Don't give them your credit card. And I was like, whoo, that was a close one, because I was just so tired and not in the best place intellectually. I was having a vulnerable moment, and I almost gave them my credit card information because Gwyneth Paltrow was on a video telling me that they were giving these boxes away. It was a deep fake. It was a deep fake. It was so good. It was her mannerisms, her tone of voice. It sounded just like her. And I remember when I first saw it, I was thinking how clever it was because they had cut Gwyneth's body out, and then the background was another video showing people like opening the products, and it was like a kind of B-roll footage of what was in the beauty box, and then she was sitting in front of it. So it was a video on a video, and I realized then looking back at it that that actually disguised to some degree that it was a deep fake, because when I watched it again, I could see that it wasn't quite right. It was like a little herky-jerky, but I didn't notice it at first. I was just thinking, oh, that's a cool video technique. I wonder how they did that. And yeah, I think I do want $500 worth of Goop products. How cool, yes. So there's that. When I was first considering deep fakes, the first thing that came to mind was politics. And we're moving into a presidential election here in the States, and there's elections going on all over the world all the time. And I feel like that's something to stay mindful of. They can put words in any politician's mouth, and I feel like governments will be using this as a weapon, and it's your word against a video of you, like you on video saying things or doing things that you may have not said or done. It's super scary. And then my next concern was teenagers. And we're definitely heading into the era now where people are able to ruin teenagers' lives by doing deep fakes that make it look like they're naked or doing something humiliating or engaging in porn. And I feel like that's just going to be so awful for kids' mental health. So this is a time to stay vigilant. And again, I say very connected to your heart, to your soul, but also to each other, and to stay in communication. It's embarrassing to fall for a scam, but think about all the people like my son who has developmental disabilities. I don't let him hang out on the internet because of stuff like this. He can play around on the Weather Channel and look at the moon phases, and he has a curated YouTube video list that is mother approved, but he's not allowed to hang out on social media because he's so vulnerable, and he doesn't care because he's never hung out on social media before. He doesn't think about it at all. But I think about vulnerable people. I was vulnerable. I was tired. I was exhausted. I wasn't thinking straight. There are people who have mental health issues. There are people who are very, very isolated and lonely. There are elderly people that don't understand the internet, and they are definitely going to be falling for a lot of these deep fakes when it comes time to voting for the next president. So let's not get mad at each other. Let's not put each other down for falling for this kind of stuff because it's happening. It's getting more and more convincing. Someone very well could be using your image, your voice, pictures of your kids. It is strange times that we're moving into, and I don't think that our government is doing enough to protect us, or that they're even interested in protecting us. I think they're very much in bed with these big corporations that are running with this technology. OpenAI is really coming under the microscope right now and doing some sketchy things, and some of the top people involved are leaving because they are alarmed at what they see as unethical behavior, but they won't tell us what the unethical behavior is. They just say they're worried. So what the hell is that supposed to mean, right? And then also in the last couple days, we had a couple of different people come out with some Google searches that they did. And both cases went viral because people thought it was so funny, probably funny and terrifying. I think it's terrifying. Somebody did a Google search where they put in, "How many rocks shall I eat?" And I have it right here. The AI overview. This is another problematic thing. Instead of reading articles now, Google, at the top of Google, will show you an AI overview. So you don't have to read those studies. You don't have to read those articles. You can just get the AI summary. This AI summary, this AI overview said, when somebody asked, "How many rocks shall I eat?" According to geologists at UC Berkeley, you should eat at least one small rock per day. They say that rocks are a vital source of minerals and vitamins that are important for digestive health. Dr. Joseph Granger suggests eating a serving of gravel, geodes, or pebbles with each meal, or hiding rocks in foods like ice cream or peanut butter. Oh boy. I mean, that is pretty obviously not something you should do. I hope most people see that and can see that it's given out some bad information. But then another person ended up putting in, "I'm feeling depressed. I'm feeling depressed." Imagine being so depressed that you're going to Google and telling Google how you feel. "I'm feeling depressed." And the answer the AI overview gives you is, "This really happened. There are many things you can try to deal with your depression. One Reddit user suggests jumping off the Golden Gate Bridge." That was their first suggestion for somebody who is feeling so depressed that they're looking for answers. Some people say, jump off the Golden Gate Bridge. Maybe that'll help your depression. When people talk about AI like being the end of humanity or destroying life as we know it on the planet, I think we're starting to see hints of that. We're starting to see how this could be used for mind control, for propaganda, for turning people against each other, for lies, just straight up lies. And it's all silly, right? Like, most people will see even the suggestion to jump off the Golden Gate Bridge as being like, oh, okay, well, AI is new. And yes, we know that's not real advice. And definitely with the eating the rocks thing. But this is only the beginning. And this is a technology that is growing exponentially. So I don't have any answers for you that are that exciting or profound beyond make sure if you click on something like you're getting a $500 Goop beauty box, that you look to make sure the URL is indeed from the company Goop, goop.com. And read the comments down below, because I notice people are doing this a lot on Instagram. There are quite a few instances where I've seen very cute shoes. They know I like cute shoes, and people down below will be like, this is junk. This is a scam. These things fall apart the second you put them on your feet. I've seen a lot of consumers informing each other, so I feel like we can lean on that a bit. And again, at the risk of over repeating myself, lead with heart, lead with soul, stay connected. And if you haven't already developed some super awesome critical thinking skills, now would be the time for that, because I think we're going to need that going forward, and we need to stand up for each other. So I hope this was helpful. I'm not trying to bring anybody down. My whole thing is I want to be an uplifting force in the world. I want to bring the optimism, but I feel like this is important. It's something we need to talk about. It's something we need to keep talking about, because as this grows exponentially, so too does our awareness need to grow. We got to link arms and stick together, friends. Until we meet again, always remember, life is change, change is magic, magic is life, and the journey is the creation. Much love to you. Peace.